Hi everyone, it is 6:30. It's the spring equinox, so 20th of March. I'm just going to head out for a wee quick overnight midweek just to try out some new kit, including a new 3FUL tent. I've actually had one of these before, so only ever spent one night in it, so this is a chance to try it again, and I'll explain later why I bought it. So now that we're getting into spring, I've been looking at changing my tent over again for something ultralight. I've been using, as you know, the MSR Advanced Pro, and I've been using MSR Access, both of which I've kept. But I was looking for something ultralight, under a kilo, that I can use for more sheltered conditions or for woodland camping. And I'd earmarked quite a lot of expensive bit of kit, such as well, let me think now. Oh yeah, Z-Packs Pleximid and Hyperlight mountain gear. They've got a new one as well. I think it's called the Dorado 2, but they're like £700. So I'm thinking maybe if I go for something a wee bit cheaper, as I'll show you in a minute. And it's actually something I had before, but we're talking a fraction of those costs at a similar kind of weight. Depending on my options for the wind. Actually, I thought this might be a camp area in here possibly, or in this one, which some of you might recognise on the West Highland Way, where I've been before. So either choose to go into one of these areas or go out into where it's a bit more windy, out on the more open moor. As you can see, it's quite a misty, murky evening, kind of drizzling, about 10 degrees to 12 degrees, so it's quite mild. But not the most beautiful night in the world, however, probably the best of the week, and an excuse to get out and give things a go, because the weekend's not looking too good. This is another possibility. Somebody's left the remains of a fire and some wood to burn. I've got a log with me. This was an area I was in before, you may remember from one of my previous videos, again just off the West Highland Way at Garaban Forest. So I'm thinking maybe in here. Have a wee look and see how dry it is over there. Right, corporate decision made. I think I'm going to go on this side just because you get a nicer view of the loch down there. I'm a terrible one for not making the decision, and tonight is no exception. Right, this'll do in here. Let's get this wee bad boy out. This is it here, the 3FUL single man tent, 680 grams. So let's pop this up and give it a go. Probably good timing, the rain is just coming on. It's quite that kind of drizzle that really soaks you. So I'm going to get under cover and start decanting stuff out the wind and the rain, which is coming from the left hand side. The only thing about this type of tent is it is a wee bit directionally kind of dependent, so I'm tailing to wind just now just to give me more cover for cooking and whatnot in there, but looking okay. One of the things you notice as soon as you get in here is a change in temperature. Such a small tent, so much warmer. I'm just putting away just wee bits of personal stuff in here, and then I'll get the mat blown up. I think I got that tent up in the nick of time. It's fairly chucking it down now, pretty miserable. I'm just going to get some water, get under cover and get the dinner on. I wouldn't even fancy putting a fire on out there just now. Right, okay, let's get under cover and get some cooking going. Well, although it's tiny inside, there's enough room in the vestibule to cook, which is good. I know I've not got the door shut just now, but I have done it before and may have to do it again tonight, so I'm just keeping this wee door open. The wind and the rain's flying past it, so it'll be alright. One slight problem, can't find my spoon. Uh-oh. I'm a total idiot, so I've had to make a spoon out of the pot noodle lid. Forgot the spoon, can you believe it? I thought I'd stuck it in the Nalgene bottle, but can I find it? No. So anyway, it'll do. Aye, a wee bit wet and windy. The tent I think is strong enough, but it tends to buckle in a wee bit. These panels bow in the wind a bit. which just kind of touches you. It's okay, it's not bad. And up here at this vestibule end, there's plenty of room here, which keeps it well off your face and all the rest of it. So for 61 quid in benign conditions, it's okay. I wouldn't want to be using it up the mountain. Haha, guess what I found? Do you know, I looked back at my own video clips there and noticed that the foil blanket had been sticking out. Looked under the foil blanket and sure enough there it was. What an idiot. Stopped raining briefly, so I'm just having a wee wander about, see if I can find a spot to get a wee fire on. Out the wind and rain, if it comes back on, I think I might get in here. Just in behind this tree trunk here. Don't really want to burn this on the grass, I'll try and find some stone or something. Right, get a wee fire on. Some psychological benefit for an hour or so. If I can stay out here, it is raining again unfortunately. If I get too wet I'm going to have to chuck it. Just I've got no tarp or anything like that, so not very well organised. But hey ho. Tent's over there. Pitched it a wee bit tauter now, hopefully just to stop it flexing too much in the wind. Well, far from ideal conditions, but a good test of the tent. Rain and wind, more so than I expected, to be honest. I was looking for a nicer night, but such is the way of things, eh? If nothing else, we'll see how bad the condensation is in the tent. It's pretty damn damp out here, so we'll see how tonight goes. I think I might need that J-cloth. I've only got the summer sleeping bag with me, so I'm taking no chances. I'm going to get a wee hot water bottle before I go to my bed, which looks quite cosy now. The fire, as you can see over there, is on the way out, but the weather has stayed dry. You can probably see the lights away across towards Balach, Gatacarn. So the weather's improved. It's windier than it was, but it's not, at least at the moment it's not wet, but it is forecast to be wet during the night. Right, that's me. It's about 10 o'clock or just after, I think. Just heading to bed. Listen to a wee bit of radio, watch the telly. It did dry out. It's not raining at the moment. It's a wee bit windier though. I don't know what it's doing, but maybe 20 mile an hour gusts or something like that. But the tent seems okay. A wee bit noisy maybe, but it's alright. Anyway, I'm going to chill out, hopefully. See how the condensation goes in here tonight. Got the sponge at the ready, so if nothing else, here's hoping. I'll see you in the morning. Well, that was a wet and windy night. Slept okay though. And the tent seems quite dry inside. Impressed. Must have been a mild night actually. That hot water bottle is still lukewarm. None too pleasant out here. As you can see, no view of the loch. Very, very damp. A dreich morning. You can just see the River Lendrick over there on the left, and that's looking towards Inchcailloch, I think, or Inchalach, I can never remember how you say it. Breakfast on and time for a quick scoot and back to work. Testament to the tent though, no running condensation, amazingly enough. Some dampness on the upper fly sheet, but strangely not above my head, more up in the peak here. So I have to say, kept me warm, kept me dry, and it's miserable out here, so well done that wee tent again. I have to say the 3FUL is well recommended, £61. So that's it, 7:45, time to go. Back to work unfortunately. But the wee 3FUL tent, £61, I can really recommend it. Surprisingly good in that those conditions last night, 20mph winds, very very wet and damp, and yet no running condensation inside. Everything stayed dry and I stayed warm, so you can't ask for much more. So again, thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, it'd be much appreciated. And I will see you soon. Cheers just now.